Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Commandant's Corner. This Commandant's Corner session is all about the Convention Committee, the local host in Oklahoma City, boots on the ground, celebrating a centennial for the Marine Corps League. It is 7:03 on May 16th, and we hope that if you are watching this recording after we have gone live, then please take this information back to your detachments and departments for any information that you might need as we're approaching our national convention. On board, we do have our Senior Vice Commandant for the National Marine Corps League, Warren Griffin. You want to say a few words to open up this Zoom meeting?
Thank you, Victoria, and thank you, everybody, for showing up for our Zoom meeting. First of all, let me say I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day, and mothers were given the due respect for their day should go throughout the year. But I want to we have our convention coming up in Oklahoma City. We have to get it out to everybody. This is our 100th anniversary. It's very, very important. And I know that the people in Oklahoma City, their committee led by Angie and Sal, have done an outstanding job trying to put everything together. They're meeting all the time. They've put in tons of hours to make sure that this convention is going to be worthy of being our centennial convention. So I want to thank them up front before we start anything. Again, I hope everybody can bring back the word of how important this convention is for the Marine Corps League. It's our centennial. Let's go ahead and make it great. I know it's going to be great with the leadership that we have out there in Oklahoma. So again, thank you very much, Victoria.
Thank you so much, Senior Vice. We appreciate those opening words. Now, for everyone, what we do here on the Commandant's Corner is we're going to ask our co-host, whoever wants to go first, just to tell us a little bit about what's happening, what's going on, and then we'll open it up to questions and answers. So I will let you choose between Sal and Angie, co-hosts of the Convention Committee. Go ahead and start this ball rolling.
All right, Victoria, thank you so much. It's Angie Manis here. I want to just say hello and thank you for letting us be here and talk about that committee and talk about what you're going to do when you get here to Oklahoma. So first things first, let me just say, I'm going to answer a lot of questions tonight. I'm here with the committee. There are 2 co-hosts and 13 members on this committee that have been working since January, planning to put everything in front of you in August. That said, that includes the league side, that includes the dog side. We have a great time for you when you get here, but I want to start off with what you're going to see when you arrive. Depending if you're driving out here, if you're flying out here, let's start with that first. If you're flying out to Oklahoma, you're going to come into Will Rogers Airport. Omni Hotel does not have a taxi service or a shuttle that'll bring you back. So you got to use the Lyft, you got to use Uber, Airport Express, whatever it is. But listen, the hotel, Omni Hotel and the Fairfield, they are less than 10 minutes away from the airport. So it's not a far ride at all. If you're bringing in your RV, hey, check it out. We have a place for that too. It's called the Semper Fi RV Park. That place has got a Semper Fi bar in it. A Marine owns it. So again, we handpicked this place for you to be at if you're driving out here with your RV. All right, moving on. The Omni Hotel. We knew early on that the Omni would be booked up. Okay, they are maxed out at this time. That's why we're using that secondary hotel called the Fairfield. If you haven't got your reservations in, you need to do it immediately because we're probably going to push to a 3rd hotel very soon. All right. When you're checking in on Saturday or Sunday, we expect you to arrive at that time. But when you're checking in, you're going to come to that front desk. You're going to get a welcome aboard package. That package is going to have a lot of cool things that we expect to see in a convention package. But in addition to that, it's going to have a little card in it. That card is your get out of free card. It is a ticket to ride for the week long that you're here in Oklahoma City. The streetcar, that's your transportation around the city. Now, if you've been doing research on Oklahoma City, we got this cool thing called Bricktown. That's where all the younger people go. That's where all the bars and the food and Tony, I see you, thumbs up. I know you'll be there. You need a buddy to go with you, man. But I will say this, it's a great time. And the city wants your business. They want you here. That's why they're giving you this free ticket, this free pass to ride that streetcar. All right. So let's talk about Sunday. Since we are coming into Oklahoma, if you get here Saturday, you just kind of rest, relax, pack your stuff, get ready. Sunday is a very busy day for most of you, because if you're coming in and this is your first convention in a long time, or first convention ever, hey, the Commandant of the Marine Corps League is taking time to meet with you. All right, at this time, I think I want to let some of our membership people talk about that, because from 16 to 1700 on Sunday afternoon, Commandant Baker has taken time to meet you, to talk to you, to see what your questions are about a first timers event. This hasn't been done before, so it's a big deal. All right, so we're going to let the Commandant take that time, but the membership committee, I've seen you here on the Zoom tonight. You want to take a few minutes just to jump in?
Where's John GNA? I'll default to him first if he wants to say something.
Where you at, John? John GNA?
I'm here. I guess I'm waiting to get more information on the welcome. Aren't we doing a later chat on that for the new members?
We are, and if it's okay with you, I'll kind of just do a little
Sure,
intro.
I mean, you have the brains behind it, so I'll defer to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So what we're going to do is just for first timers or those who haven't been to a national convention in a while, we're just going to cover a couple things after the Commandant has spoken to you. That could include things ranging from registration, how does that work, your credentials, your convention ribbons, your delegate ribbons, first timers ribbons, where to go to register for Marine Corps League side. But if you're military or the Devil Dog and it's the first time you've come, we want to make sure you get to the right place. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that. Some of the biggest things we want to do is get everybody prepared, thinking before they arrive in Oklahoma City by perhaps downloading the convention schedule from our website and start looking through that in advance, preparing for what events you have that are interesting and that you want to attend. Also reviewing proposed bylaw changes that are going to be voted upon at convention. Public Relations is going to be hosting the event with all of the officers that are those candidates for election this year that are going up for national judge advocate. We're going to review the schedule, just kind of go through things, but we really want people to prepare in advance, and we want the information to get out for those who are willing to attend this first timers brief, hearing about all the different events that are going to be going on through the week. It is a little bit different this year. You're going to hear more about it in this brief, but overall, we're going to talk about preparing the ship store, make sure they know where those ship stores are, whether it be for Marine Corps League, MODD Quartermaster Store, Marine Corps League Auxiliary Ship Store. Some people don't know to go to those things, or maybe they don't know to go to the Oklahoma room. Now, if you're on this Zoom and you've been to these national conventions, think about what you would have wanted to know the first time you went that maybe you didn't get that handed to you up front. We'd like to take care of that on Sunday to make sure that everybody has the best time possible, that they're aware of the things that are going on through the week. On our Tuesday evening Dogs Day in the park, want to make sure they know where everybody's going to be so they don't miss out on anything. Wednesday, knowing that this Wednesday is going to, this time, there's going to be training options for everybody to participate in. So really it's about planning in advance and letting them know that information if they haven't otherwise prepared themselves. And that's basically what we're going to talk about, to include a little bit more information about the anniversary ball. So hopefully you can share that with your folks. We do invite everybody to come to this event. It starts at 1600, lasts to 1700. 1700, it turns right into, what is that? The No Talent Show. So get your seats, come see us. Thank you.
Awesome. I'll lead right into that No Talent Show. For those people that are familiar with the phrase early bird event, this is what's taking that place. Okay, it's happening on Sunday. It's a real cool event. If you were here a couple of years ago for the midwinter, we did a soft opening of what looks like a talent show, but really it's all of you getting together doing a lip syncing to your favorite song. And the purpose of this is to raise money for our MODD children's donation. That's the whole purpose of it. There are going to be a lot of people up on the stage. I know for a fact Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, George Strait, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, and so many more are going to be performing. And you're going to have a good time and you're going to laugh. All right. That's what it's all about. It's enjoying ourselves, camaraderie, getting to know each other again, and doing a good thing for our military order of the Devil Dogs. That's the function. Okay. It's an early bird. Right. All right. So moving on. Again, maybe I didn't say it, but hold all questions till the end. I promise you, I'm going to get to them as soon as I can, but that's why I'm talking so quickly, so we can get to your questions. So let's move right into that first business day, which is Monday. What do we do every morning at convention? We love to get together on that first morning and pull it together for a formation. We'll be right outside the Omni Hotel in a beautiful, it'll be in the shade, I promise you that. And 08 formation, we're standing there. We're going to take a great picture and then we're moving on. All right. After that morning formation, we mill around smartly until 09. That's when we're doing the joint opening ceremony, right? That's the official, everybody's coming in with the color guard, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So that's the typical Monday morning. And then from 9 o'clock until about 1600, we are going right in full speed ahead with our business for the Marine Corps League. And all those that are training with the dogs are doing that. That's their first official day. All right. So once we finish 1600 on Monday afternoon, maybe 1630, then we're on Liberty, right? We've got Liberty time, and from there, we're going to do things like we're going to have a cocktail cruise available for those that want to go that way. We're going to have a bicycle bar, original to Oklahoma City. 18 of you can jump on that thing and pedal yourself around while you're drinking, having a great time, pedaling around the city. We have a river cruise that we're offering as well, and a couple other places. We know that the Cowboy Museum will be open, and of course, our National Memorial Museum will also be open. So all of that is on our website, which I'm going to show you here in just a quick minute. But I wanted you to hear up front, that's basically how we're going to do every day. Rolling right into Tuesday morning. I'm not sure if we're doing a formation every morning. Maybe somebody here, Bob Borka, Senior Vice, Warren Griffin, if you could tell us if we're doing a formation every morning. I don't know. But
We
if we
usually
are,
do, yes.
probably.
Yes, we usually do.
Lisa's saying yes. Well, we're gonna,
Yep.
hey, the National Sergeant at Arms says we're doing a formation. Get in your bodies and get outside at 08, right? Yes, ma'am. We'll be there. Okay, so then 08, we get in formation. 9 o'clock, we're in the business room and we're handling our business. Now, the cool thing about Tuesday is that that is our, we work hard, and then at 1600, 1630, we're going to play hard because we are going out to the park next door. It's called Scissortail Park, and we are going to have a Dogs Day in the Park, sponsored by the Military Order of the Devil Dogs, and they are going to put on a blast, having a great party for you. It entails throwing pies at people's face. It entails a dunk tank. There are fun toys and things to shoot while we're in the park. And all of this, yes, of course, it's to raise money for the Military Order of the Devil Dogs. So I probably stole David Hall's thunder on this, but David, if you'd like to go ahead and brief that Military Order of the Devil Dog, you're welcome to do so.
Well, you pretty much have already said everything. Everything will be by donation for the Dogs Day in the Park. Bidding will be encouraged, especially at the dunk tank, as well as the pie in the face. Bidding will be encouraged. We will have some prizes for the Nerf gun shoot. 2 people can shoot at targets. There will be a scorekeeper that's electronic that will keep track of your score. So if you have somebody you think you can outshoot, by all means, come on by on that. We'll have bobbing for bones. where we'll have about 10 bones in each container. And yeah, we'll have prizes for that as well. But it's all to have fun. It's all for the kids. And like I said, it's all done by donation.
Awesome. Thank you, David. So maybe you're hearing a theme here. We are raising money for the Military Order of the Devil Dogs. That is our mission, not our entire mission, but at every convention, we should all be thinking in that fashion, right? Okay, so moving on to Wednesday. Let's go ahead and talk about Wednesday. Wednesday's a big day for the dogs. David's going to jump back in here and talk about that luncheon, or got it wrong. Luncheon's on Thursday. Going to talk about that graduation. And but for Wednesday morning for us, yes, Lisa, we're going to be back in formation at 08. 9 o'clock, we're in the room. 9 o'clock, we're back in the conference room. We are doing business until 16:30. The Military Order of the Devil Dogs, at lunchtime, they will be having a luncheon. David, you want to jump in again and talk about the luncheon and where they can go? Might be a good time now, Sal, to pull up the website and show where they can register on the website for the MODD luncheon.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the luncheon was on Thursday. The reception was on Wednesday.
I'm sorry. Yep, reception. Roger that.
The reception will be that
Hospitality,
afternoon.
hospitality.
Hospitality. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
The hospitality will be on Wednesday evening. I will be getting all the details straightened out tomorrow morning at about 08. I will be up there at the Omni. Chief Hazlitt, I'll let you know exactly where I stand on that. They know the limits, and I will be talking to the young lady who's in charge now, as well as their chef, to get all that lined out. But that'll go down as planned. And then for the first hour, it'll be the MODD. And then after that, will be opened up to everybody. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is that when the auction takes place as well? Yes, it is. Okay. So the auction will be after the first hour. But everything will be lined out first thing in the morning.
Okay, thanks, David. So what we want to do right now is share screen. This is where all of your information is going to come from. If you had a question, if you go to this site right here, of course, first going to the National Marine Corps League website, and then plugging into this one, this is where all your answers will probably be answered. But if you could take them through that, Sal.
Sure. Good evening, everybody. Once again, if you have not been yet to the website, it is mcltac559.org. And again, there's multiple hyperlinks where you can get the tickets for the banquet ball event. But across the top of the page there, you see the tickets once again here for the anniversary ball. Then we have our ticketed events, which we'll be getting more information on. But let me go back. And then so you scroll down, here we are. Look, here's our countdown. We're 88 days out. Once again, ticket purchase for the ball. The No Talent Show. That's here to register. It's self-explanatory what you want to do. And then another advertisement here for the Dogs Day in the Park. Gives the details on that. Further down the page, we have the luncheon ticket for the MODD luncheon. And this is a hyperlink to purchase the tickets for that luncheon. And the point of contact there, which is Senior Vice Pack Leader David Hull. And then we have the Scissors Tail Stroll, which I'll let Angie comment on, talk about that in a minute. So again, this is a hyperlink to the national website. Here's the QR code for convention schedule. Convention schedule is already ready.
Hey, Sal, if I could, let me jump in there because I know Bob Borker would say it if he was here. No, just leave it at that schedule, please.
Yep.
Right. So if you've already used your phone and put it up to this code, you'll see that from the original, I guess the original print of this, it's changed a little bit. So has the schedule. So you need to keep going back to it to see if, the event that you're looking at is happening at the same time, or maybe the location has changed. All of this is subject to change, right? up until that last minute. So just rule of thumb, continue to come back and check on it. Thanks.
And again, moving on, just as you get down further down the page, here is the links to the hotel. And then we've been doing the sneak peek videos. I don't know if anybody's seen the recent one here. This talks about the Oklahoma City National Memorial. We're going to be doing another one that we're going to be it's going to be for towards the MODD. Now going back up to the top of the page, the ticketed events, again, the luncheon, the Memorial Museum, which is literally, you can take the streetcar, which is a free pass for the entire week. Also the cocktail cruise. Here's the bicycle bar that Angela had referred to earlier. And Tony Russ, I think there's a height restriction on that. But anyways, the Riverwind Casino, and we're working on lead therapy, and this will be for a shooting event at a local range. Going on, this talks about, which Ange also touched base on, this is transportation. Information about Will Rogers Airport, information about the streetcar. If you can see in this picture where the streetcar is right there where my mouse is, that is the Omni Hotel. That's literally how close you are to the platform. And then just other hyperlinks, different ways from the airport. And then the RV park, where the Semper Fi bar and RV park is. And that's a link for the reservations there. Mobility rental. This was something that we worked on. This company, they have not only Oklahoma City, they can pull from Tulsa and from Texas. They will work where even if you're leaving on Saturday, you can not pay any additional. Once you work a contract out with them, you leave the scooter there at the hotel, they'll pick it up whether it's Saturday or Monday with no extra charge. I know that was a problem at a past convention. So that takes you right to there. It talks about their sizes, the prices. They do a lot with the veterans, so they were happy to. And then here on the drop down, these are fun things to do. Again, the Bricktown Water Taxi, which is a river walk, literally a block and a half away at most. Toby Keith's Bar and Grill. Coyote Ugly Bar is on the Riverwalk. This is Scissortail Park. River Sports Adventure. The streetcar doesn't go there, but it's not. It's, what do you say, Ange? Maybe a mile and a half away, if that.
Not even 2 miles.
Not even 2 miles. So, just north of the Omni Hotel is the Botanical Gardens. But then a little bit of a distance, not too far, but the Oklahoma City Zoo. Then this is something that Danny Thomas will be speaking to. Also the Science Museum, First Americans Museum. These are all different points of interest, things, National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, all different other points of interest. I know people have been inquiring about what their families can do while they're in business meetings. Also, this talks about our sponsors. We've been getting sponsors from all over the country. And as they come in, they get listed here. And they also get listed on the donations page. If anybody that is on this Zoom is one of these listed, on behalf of the convention committee and the PAC of Oklahoma, I want to personally thank you for sending those monies in to the foundation, the ones that are earmarked for the Dogs Day in the Park. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. But this also has links so that people do want to sponsor or donate, it's there. Convention floor schedule, the floor, and then a photo gallery where we'll add pictures along as we go along. Other than that, that's pretty much it. But again, it's mcltac559.org. And we've had a lot of people, several people have emailed us inquiring about questions as far as registration. They have to keep in mind that, please, that is the league side, that's national side. So you have to go to national with that. We've been kind of deferring them via email back to national, but we are trying to help everybody. That's about all I have, unless there's a question about it or you want to wait till the end.
Yeah, we're holding all questions to the end, Sal. So if you could go ahead and bring up the Eventbrite page so I can speak to that, because we have brought the schedule now all the way to Friday. Friday is our last convention day. And of course, not going to miss out on a 07 formation. I said 7, not 8. 07 formation because we want to take a good time to get out in the park, Scissortail Park, to do a fun stroll. It's a 1.5 miles. We are looking for people that are willing to use their voice and call cadence. If you're from San Diego or from Paris Island, we need your voice and we want to hear your cadence. And that's what we're going to use when we are in Scissortail Park at 07 on Friday morning. All right. So we welcome you to come to that. It's free. All you have to do is wake up in the morning, crawl out of bed, and join formation. The kicker to that is that we're going to have you there at 08. We will be finishing up. And of course, we're going to do our outside formation, the last time we get to be together as a group and stand formation, and then watch morning colors come up, right? And then moving on to the fun things that we do on Friday, very important day because we're wrapping it up, right? That's the last business day. And then we go right into our anniversary ball. Now it's going to take me a minute to get through the ball, so I know there's tons of questions. I want everyone from the committee, if you're here, you have something to say that I might have missed, speak up, please. All right, so as you may have already heard, this is our 100th anniversary, so we're stepping our game up. This is an anniversary ball. It is a black tie event. That said, there have already been things laid in place that we can't change. That's like that dinner. We did not schedule that dinner, but it's chicken, okay? But the cool thing about it, it's at the Omni Hotel chicken. So when people are talking about the price of the ticket price, yes, it's $80. But with that, let me tell you what you get. Not only do you get to come to this black tie event, you also get to be serenaded by a award-winning 30-piece Frontier Brass Band here, local in Oklahoma City. They live here. They're locals, right? They want to entertain you. Some of them are veterans. So with that, I will tell you that one of our lead members, she's an associate member, she plays in this Frontier band, and we heard them. They're amazing. You're going to have a great time when you're listening to them.
She's here tonight, Ange. She's on board.
She is? Is Stacy here? Oh
Yes,
my
ma'am.
God. How about Stacy? How about you getting on board here and talking to these good people about what the Frontier Brass Band brings to the table?
I think you did a great job introducing us, but yes, it is a 30-piece brass band. Some of our members are professionals. They're also faculty members at local universities and also K through 12 schools. Some of them play in other national award-winning bands, and our principal cornetist is an international award-winning cornetist, and on. But we will do some patriotic arrangements. Well, I don't know if I'll be playing with them that night, but the band will be doing patriotic tunes during the cocktail hour. And then for transition into the dining area, we have a special arrangement of a song. I'm going to keep that a surprise, but some of the other members have heard it, and it's really cool. So then we'll also do the presentation of colors music, and the cornet player that I was telling you about, he also has written arrangements that are award winning, and he'll be writing a few arrangements specifically for the evening because we don't have brass band music for that. So he has graciously been willing to give his time to create those arrangements for us. And I don't know what else to say. If you have questions, I can take them, but I don't want to take up too much time. But hopefully you'll enjoy it.
We got you, Stacy. Thank you so much for chiming in. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here.
Angie, do you want the Eventbrite screen shared?
Yes. Like we said, okay, early on we said, okay, this is the price that we're paying for this ticket, and it seems extremely high, but what you get for that is you get a commemorative gift, which I can't tell you what that is, but you're gonna like it. There is a dinner involved. There is a DJ involved after the official music is over and official business is over. Yeah. On top of all that, right, you get to commemorate the entire time with us. So that's it. If we could take a look at the seating, we have 696 available seats that we started with on the last day of March, and we've sold 449 of those. Good people, I'm telling you now, if you don't get your ticket now, you'll probably have to go on a waiting list, and nobody likes waiting lists, right? But this is what we have right now. What you see in the purple are the seats that are available. That's it. Everything else has been sold. Some people jumped in early and purchased an entire table. And the reason they did that is because they didn't want to have to, sit with someone they didn't know, or they wanted to purchase for everybody. Hey, great deal. We encourage that because in the past, what we've done is we've waited to the last minute to arrange where people are. This makes it super easy for everybody because we gave this to the departments and the division, and we said, hey, if you want to purchase a table, send the money, we got you on hold, and we will hold your reservation. So here's what we got, good people. What you see in purple, Sal, can you enlarge that a little bit more? What you see in purple is the only seats available now. So I would say, where are we at here? Less than 200? No, that's less than 100 of the purple ones. But if you include those black VIP tables, we're waiting for names to go in them. Those are reserved seats already. So with that, I also wanted to mention, is the professional photographer, is she on? She's not here? Okay, I'll say a little plug for her. She's coming up from Texas. She is also a United States Marine. She has her anniversary ball portrait service available and is super discounted prices. All the prices are on the website, but I will tell you the best value package comes with an 8x10, 2 5x7s, and 4 3.5x5s. That's a $39 expense right there. Really good deal. And they're quality pictures, and you get them all on the same night.
That information is also on the website for the photographer.
Yes, information's on the website. But I wanted to say that out loud, you get what you pay for. You pay the money, you get the pictures the same night. All right? All right, so moving on. Let's go on to, that's Friday night. At the end of it, we got some surprises that we don't want to talk about right now, but I will tell you, you're in for a great surprise. Everyone is going to be VIP treated when you arrive here, starting from when you get here. So that said, I am, and I think the rest of the committee, we are ready to take your questions now. Victoria, if you want to mitigate that for us.
One question, actually a statement I just want to jump in on before we start taking hands. Again, to remind you, to ask a question, you hover across the bottom of your screen. You'll see reactions. Click on reactions and it says raise your hand. Please do that so that we can note the questions that as they come in order. But I do want to address one comment that I saw. Chief Devil Dog Tom Hazlitt asked that you change on the website the MODD luncheon, have it read MODD/flea luncheon.
Roger that.
All right, just wanted to, it might have got lost in the chat there. There's been a lot of chat going on. So at this time, go ahead and start raising those hands. Donnie, whenever you can, just jump in and raise your hand so we can hear your words and see your pretty face. So go ahead, Mike Francis. Looks like you got a little list going on, and I hope that we get some great information. Let's do this.
Okay, there's a couple things that I wanted to ask about, clarify. The brief for first timers, 16 to 1700. That's actually prior to the early bird reception.
That is correct.
And is that the same location as the early bird reception?
That is correct.
Are you guys calling it the icebreaker or something? Is it the same thing as the early bird reception? Or?
Yes, we went over that. It's the same thing, Mike.
Gotcha. Next thing, just for all of you on the MODD side of the house, you must have your PDD initiates in line to go in the doghouse after they have registered with the Marine Corps League prior to 1700 on Monday. That is the absolute deadline. If they are not in line with their registration from the Marine Corps League done, they will not be allowed to advance. That word's been passed repeatedly, but I wanted to reemphasize it. Next thing, for those dogs on here that are going up for PDD, on Wednesday, first thing in the morning, you will do your examinations. You'll go through your monitor stations, and when you finish that, just before lunch on Wednesday, you will actually receive your PDD gold collar. Then we'll break for lunch. After lunch is over, we'll have the supreme growl. Your initiation actually ends once you receive your collar. So if you want to participate in the hospitality, the Devil Dog Hospitality on Wednesday evening, and the MODD flea luncheon on Thursday, and anything else you want to do, you are not obligated to anything else after you receive your collar. Or Thursday for the MODD flea luncheon, that is open to everyone. Anyone who buys a ticket can attend that. That's not just for dogs. That's not just for PDD initiates. That's not just for fleas. If you want to buy a ticket, you're more than welcome to attend that. And the last question I have, as it stands right now, parking is $10 a day at the adjacent public parking garage. That's correct, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Is
Valet
there
parking
any
at the Omni is
exception?
$34 a night.
Okay. Is there any exception for people who have handicap placards? And I'm referring specifically to the Midwinter Conference. If you had handicap plates on your car, you got free valet parking.
Okay, Mike, I think you're gonna have to take that offline, but no, right now, we do not have that from the Omni Hotel.
Okay. If the parking garage is full, is your only option to take valet parking?
No, no, remember when we said the Scissortail Park? There's plenty of parking over there, and there is more parking on the other side of the convention center. I don't remember if you,
And
when
that's
you were here, if
free
you saw
or
that.
it cost or what?
No, same cost, $10.
$10, okay. Just want to check on them. Those
Okay.
were the things that I had questions on. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And thanks for putting that plug in about the MODD. Those that are advancing, you need to know. And I recommend, Victoria, that you give them a chance to let MOD talk about what's happening in their ballpark.
Absolutely. I don't know if Chief wants to take that, or David Hull, you got anything to add on to what has already been spoken about on the MODD side of the house?
Well, I was talking about their own Zoom, like next week.
Yeah. Well, I
This
will
is
tell
about
you,
convention.
now, we don't have any hands up, so I'm going to take this moment to plug in real quick. We do have, and it's been spoken that at the convention proper is going to be a first timers briefing. And that's going to be, answering questions, what to expect, how to read the schedule, etc. And prior to that, the National Public Relations Committee is going to do one of these Zooms. It's going to be an unplugged, not recorded or anything. And that's going to be on the 27th of July. And I do have the next 3-month schedule ready to go. If anybody needs that, publicrelations@mcleague.org, I can send that to you. But at that one, it's going to be more about what are we going to pack? You got to get ready. What are we going to pack for this thing? What am I going to need? Let's read the schedule to make sure that I am scheduling accordingly and what I'm going to need for that. So I do see some hands starting to move around a little bit, but before I start calling on people, one more plug I'd like to jump in there, but coming very, very soon on May 24th, and this is on the recorded session, May 24th, we have 4 candidates coming up for the National Judge Advocate. Okay, 4 candidates, all 4 candidates will be joining us on May 24th here on this Zoom call. We have taken pre-vetted questions. Our junior vice, TJ Morgan, at national level has already gone through these questions. So we're looking forward to that. That's my plug for the time. We do have a lineup going on with some questions. So go ahead, Peggy Sunling, you're up. Tony, you're on deck. You're muted, ma'am. Oh, there you go.
I'm not anymore. It's not easy to mute me, I would like to know why we're being charged $10 a day to park at a hotel we are staying at, who is already getting a fairly sizable bunch of money from us.
Yes, ma'am. I would say that you need to talk to Jim Ransom and the National Commandant. They're the ones that selected this hotel to be the one to host our 100th anniversary. And it is an upscale hotel, beyond 5-star. So, yeah. I would say that question belongs in their category.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for asking it. Tony?
Tony, you are
Wolf.
up. Jerome, you're on deck.
Woof, woof, everybody. Good evening. Just a point of clarification for black tie for the ball. Does that include red blazer without the bow tie? Or because to me, black tie is bow tie, tux, etc.
Where's our uniform gurus on this? Lisa Solorchek, go ahead.
You're
Black
muted,
tie.
there you go.
Red blazer and black tie is acceptable.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Mr. Jerome, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We're staying in another hotel, and the parking, we have a kind of like an oversized van because there's like 8 of us coming, and would the parking allow for a higher van?
Good question. The Omni Hotel does not allow for even their valet. You can't with a big van, but the convention center on the other side of the hotel, the Omni Hotel, that's where it's open parking, like a large Walmart parking area, that type of deal. What hotel are you staying at?
It's not the second one. It's another one.
Okay,
I
so
forget the name of it.
they're all right there downtown. So the convention center and Scissortail Park are relatively close to every hotel. You'll
Okay,
see
so
it when you pull in. I recommend that you use that $10 a day, so you can park your vehicle there.
Okay, because we got like 1 or 2 handicapped, and it's like about an 8-minute walk from the hotel. So
Drop
that would
them
be
off
good.
first. You bet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jerome. Sal, you got your hand up? Go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to let everybody know I updated the website. It now reads MODD Flea Luncheon. So that's taken care of. Thank you.
All right, you're getting thumbs up. You're getting thumbs up. All right, we are winding up. We got 15 minutes, so I'm going to take this moment with no little yellow hands looking at me. I'm going to ask Commandant Baker if you're available to say a few words at this point. We'd welcome that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Victoria. And thank you again. I'm sorry I was a little bit late. I forgot about it, sitting there on the couch enjoying life. And TJ called me and said, "Hey, where you at?" Anyway, thank you all for this. And I'm very excited about going there and answer the one young lady's question about why we there and expensive hotel. That was actually voted on by the membership. So not the board of trustees, but the membership themselves actually voted on that and approved where we're going. And so that was presented to them. So their membership's to blame, but want to make sure that we're all okay with that. But I'm looking forward to a great event. The registration, I heard some talk a little while ago about the registration. You still can do paper registration, mail it into National. It's got a by date on it. If you want to do that, you can do it. There's a fold out in the latest Simplify. And it's also on the website if you want to go in there and download that and send it in by paper. What's important, the registration can be done online, but what's important is that the delegate registration is the most important thing of everything, so that if you go on individually and only register yourself, then you're not going to get counted for, you're only going to get 15 votes for your detachment. So you need to look at that, and it's very important that you consider that, look at that, and make sure that if you go in and register yourself as a delegate, then you need to make sure that you have enough delegates so that your voting strength is the max of it could be. And I'd be happy if I confused anybody, be happy to answer any questions about that. But I hope we have a great time out there. I'm looking forward to it myself. It'd be my fun farewell, and looking forward to a great event. The Oklahoma Department has really put on a big show for us out there, and really looking forward to it. Thank you, Angie, the whole team out there, as well as Victoria, and what you're doing and bringing this to us. So any questions for me directly, I'll be happy to answer any.
Thank you so much, Commandant Baker. Again, raise your little yellow hand, and if the question is going to our Commandant, by all means, prelude it that way. Question came in on the chat. Can we please cover how much deposit per night the Omni is charging? Anybody know that?
Angie, you got that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. What was the question? How much per night? The
Right,
deposit?
Right.
It's
The
one night.
security.
Correct. So if you go and make that reservation with the Omni Hotel now, it is one night's stay.
What about incidentals?
I don't know about that.
Okay, that's going
I
to be a
can't
gym
answer that
ransom.
question right now.
Okay.
Hey, anybody on the committee? You willing to jump in if you that? No?
So
Angie,
Gary typed that
Angie,
in.
this is Chief Hazlitt. I
ahead.
believe there was something that came out that stated that either you elect to pay incidentals up front, which is X amount of dollars per day, each day at one time, or you elect to pay as you go. So it's your decision. You can choose the 10 times $75 or whatever it is up front, or you can say, nope, I will pay as I go. And that means you cannot charge anything to your room.
Thank you for
They
that.
put a hold
Yeah.
on your credit card, Chief.
Yes, they put a hold on your credit card for the incidental amount. And normally they'll tell you 3 to 5 business days later, they'll release it.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, moving on to more questions. We got about 10 more minutes left here. So Jerome, you are up. Dan, you are on deck. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yes, our paymaster registered us registered our attachment. And on the bottom of the registration form was the devil dog information that she filled out. We don't have to do a pre-registration for the dogs?
There is no such thing as a pre-registration for the dogs. That's why you're registering through national, and there's devil dog information that goes on your registration card, your badge. That is your credentials that comes to the MODD doghouse, and then you will register for the MODD. There is no pre-registration for MODD.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Advancement forms, Chief.
Pardon me?
Advancement forms. For
Go ahead.
initiates.
Go ahead.
The question that you asked about pre-registration, are you referring to someone going up for their PDD as far as filling out an advancement form that they need to submit before they go to the convention?
Jerome, you're muted right now.
When we were in Daytona, we had a pre-register for the dogs after we were registered with the Marine Corps League. But this year we don't have to do it that way, right?
No, you're mistaking there is no pre-register. In other words, we don't send in paperwork registering for the dogs. You do that on site after you have your national credentials. It's
Okay.
it's not a pre-register, it's a registration.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Jerome. Before we call on you, Dan, I just want to let you know, those that are watching the chat, April 14th, COO Bob Borka had sent out an email explaining how the deposits are going at the hotel. And thank you, Helen Breen, Commandant for South Carolina. She copied and pasted it there in the chat. So hopefully some clarifications are on that email there. Go ahead, Dan, you have the floor.
Yeah, just a question for clarification on the RV park. I have a reservation for Twin Fountains RV Park, and I heard something about a Semper Fi RV Park. Is that another park or is that a bar?
Yes, sir.
That's the same place.
Oh, okay.
The bar in the facility is a Semper Fi bar.
Okay, I heard it as 2 RV parks, but I'm clear now. Thank you.
It's on the website. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great questions are coming in, and hopefully they're getting great answers. The only one that's still might be lingering a little bit has been answered in the chat, and that was asked and answered. So hopefully.
Hey, Victoria.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I hate to interrupt you, but we do have Brenda Baker here, who is a alumni of Oklahoma conventions. She participated in the one in, I think it was 2016, 17 in Tulsa. Anyway, she's going to be running our Oklahoma room. All right. That's something that you definitely want to visit before you walk away from the convention. So Brenda, if you want to talk a little bit about what's happening in the Oklahoma room.
In the Oklahoma room, we have the silent auction. I do know that there will be wine there from Oklahoma. Someone has donated a beautiful pair of military boots in suede, and they're I don't know, decorated. I mean, he paid $110 and he said, here, see what you can get. There's been other things that have been donated for that silent auction. And of course, the silent auction money goes towards the cost and expenses of the convention itself. Also in the Oklahoma room is where you will buy your MODD shirts and your convention shirts. I've been talking and checking out polo shirts, perhaps ball caps, perhaps a denim shirt is a possibility. All of this is just in the works and in the discussion at the moment. The denim shirt looks really cool if that comes to fruition. Other than that, since Eventbrite is doing the job that you would come to the Oklahoma room to do the seating chart, that's about it for the Oklahoma room, except if you I would say if you have a problem and you don't know who to talk to, come to the Oklahoma room. I'll be there the whole time, except for the Supreme Growl. And if I don't know the answer, I'll either A, find the person who knows the answer, or B, make an answer up. But well,
Perfect.
Whatever.
Perfect.
All
right. Thank you, Brenda. We appreciate that very much.
Brenda,
Thank you very much,
question.
Brenda.
I have a
Okay, go
question, Brenda.
Yes.
Where do the members go to pick up their separate event tickets?
That would be the Oklahoma room.
Okay.
And
banquet tickets, same thing?
well, the banquet tickets, I think, are being sent to you. I don't think
Banquet, Tom, the banquet tickets are done on Eventbrite.
So there isn't a
And
ticket for the.
It is, once you go in and purchase your ticket, it is sent to you, your email address immediately. So no, there's no need for anybody to worry about them having their ticket. As a matter of fact,
What
we have a
happens in the event
master.
that you purchase a table?
You purchase
and-
a table, then the person who does that gets all 10 tickets.
Okay, I just
can
want to
do
make
that.
things, yep.
And for everybody here, if you've been on Eventbrite before, you also know that the one that is orchestrating, behind the curtain, that person, we have a automatic seating of everything and where everyone is sitting. So if you don't bring your ticket, that's fine. We know where each table is going to have their own placard. So Tony Rust, even though you'll be intoxicated, we know where you're sitting. We'll put you at your chair.
All right.
Okay.
We gotta wind this up.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so
there's
much for all this information.
I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm not going to drink less, but I'm not going to drink anymore.
There is a question, Victoria.
Okay. Yes, I'm trying to get to it. I've been waiting for a long time to actually say this. It's hammer time. You have the mic. I don't know your name. That's what it says on your screen. So I had to say that.
Yeah, thank you. This is George Hammerbecker from Harford County Detachment in Maryland. I'm wondering if there is a uniform of the day listed for each day on the website.
I'm glad you verbally asked that. It's been asked twice in the chat. If you go to the national page and you click on convention, scroll to the bottom, and it gives you some briefs. We all know that the basic uniform is your cover and decent attire You know, you will be turned away at the door if you've got some profanities on your shirt, of course. But yes, they will be listed, and sometimes they're even on the agenda, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not.
Victoria, let me say something about that. On the first day, on Monday, the first day, we generally a lot of people will wear their red blazer, the undressed version with a long tie. And then in the afternoon, the board of trustees and anyone else would like to go into the dress blue trousers or black trousers with a white shirt. That's something we traditionally wear throughout the week. And then some of the others that don't have that, they'll wear their red polos. But like Victoria said, the red cover is the uniform and dress appropriately for the occasion. So, but if you want to dress up in your red jacket on Monday, we all look pretty sharp on that day. Then we scale back a little bit. Like I said, the board of trustees and most of the national officers will be in the white shirt and the dress blue trousers or the black trousers with it. But after that, the membership are welcome to wear anything they want to, as long as they're wearing their cover in the room. Does that answer? Does that help you out a little bit?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Also, Lisa Solarczyk on the uniform committee. She's also our sergeant at arms nationally. She put her email address in there. It's WMUSMC88@gmail.com. She'll help you happily answer any questions on uniform. All right, we are right at the top of the hour. There are no little yellow hands raised at me. I hope we have lots of great questions, lots of great answers. So this is all being recorded. Once I stop the recording, you're welcome to stay on board for more of a casual chat. I will not close the room so that if we're all still chatting. But during this recorded session, I will remind you that our next Commandant's Corner recorded session will be titled Meet the Candidates. All 4 candidates for the National Judge Advocate position will be on board answering questions and also speaking a little bit about themselves personally so that you can make sure you have a great selection and you can bring those votes. Don't forget to register those delegates, but bring those votes to the National Convention. So I thank you all for attending tonight. Please spread the word. Again, if you need the next 3-month schedule, publicrelations@mcleague.org. I'll be happy to email that to you, but we'll see you all on the 24th. Yes. Yeah, I had to look again. The 24th of May, same bat channel, same bat time. Have a good night, everyone. Semper Fidelis, and good night, Chesty, wherever you are.